think Mark Holmes, the son of John Holmes, has ever had Stephen Jones on 4 times on his show? Who in the world is Mark Holmes? Will somebody please tell me?
Right nowhere, can't think back here. And so before we start this video, I gotta get this mother humping thing out of the way. Mark Holmes is my dad.
What's up, good people? I see Game Time Brian right behind Kevin B in the house. What's going on? I'm still getting set up here for this live stream. And I'm trying to figure out that. First of all, let me apologize because I did screw the pooch. I made a major mistake here, and forgive me, because I'm a Cowboy fan that is used to disappointment. Okay, let's be real here. We're used to disappointment because, well, we're always getting disappointed. And when Tyler Boyd was signed by the Titans, I was sitting here in my mind thinking Zay Jones. I was like, oh, shit, we lost out on another one, so here we go. Here we go. And it just didn't translate. My dyslexia took over. But Zay Jones is still in play for the Cowboys. Hello. Get Dan Sileo. You know, I got to look, I'm sitting here. I'm trying to understand because I originally went to his channel because he was basically saying, who the hell is Mark Holmes? And see, I get trashed a lot. In fact, I was watching his show ahead of time and listening to their show and, being called out and everything else. I want to man up and say, hey. And I thought that him and I were creating a show that was going to be a talk between the Cowboys and Eagles and things. And lo and behold, here it is now. They're double teaming on me. And even worse yet, we got Philly 500 in here, both attacking me. So I'm like, I don't know what the hell's going on with this thing. Dan hates the Eagles. But what's funny is how he trashes the Eagles. Let me turn the volume up on here for a moment.
And all these other guys. Are you calling up 97.5 The Fanatic and asking them?
He trashes the Eagles,
first round of massive
but then
layoffs?
when he gets with Philly 500, he's sitting there telling them, jumping on me about how good they are and how much we suck. So I got a little something for Dan
You're trying
Sileo.
to, because we're making waves.
Although he's Sileo.
You're getting upset.
And maybe that's what I should start calling him.
Are you doing that?
Yo.
Or are you in bed with those people trying to?
So I got a little something for him. I'm going to put him.
Are you calling those stations with Odyssey and bankruptcy? I'm just curious. I haven't heard anything about it.
What's he
I listen to those stations too because there's some decent content there.
Ooh.
Just asking. Or is that just isolated to us?
Uh-oh.
To me, that's a merit badge again. Why just us?
All right. I got to get ready to enter.
Broad, why don't you
enter the studio?
Post that picture about massive layoffs.
I need to find some Dallas Cowboys boxing gloves. So if anybody has seen any place where I can get some, other than the mini ones, Cowboys boxing gloves, or maybe a Dallas Cowboys baseball bat, because that's what I might need.
Father and son.
He just sits back and trashes both
everything
teams.
in their life.
So what you're saying is
and backbone into it. That's what you're going to do.
What you're saying about Dan Sileo is
that's why I'm on the air.
He is why are you on the air?
I defend that shit.
That he
Do we see eye to eye? No. You know we do see one thing on? Come and get us. Come and get us. Come and get us. Come get me. Come on.
He's got the raw meat is in there.
You've been doing it for 30 years.
They are really getting worked up.
Come get me.
The fans over there. The Eagle fans.
Dare you. As long as they have a platform, I'll work.
Father and son owe you Sileo. Blood pressure.
I'm waiting to see if they pin that thing to Sinking Broad.
Oh man, he's fired up too. Okay.
Hey, thanks, Prince.
All right. So we're about to enter.
You
Let
know
me
what's
enter
funny,
the
Prince?
studio
I try
here.
to make a vehicle for everyone. You know what we'll never do? We don't block people here unless you get, okay?
All right. So here we
I
go.
make this comment all the time
I'm backstage.
when it comes to, I've become friends with Mark Holmes.
Oh,
You know what I
here
dig
we
about
go.
him?
Uh-oh.
Hey, he's doing his show in his mom's panties in his mom's basement.
What? What? That's
You know,
what
Mark Holmes and Philly 500, those guys make more money annually
What?
than any host in Philly.
What are you talking about? Man, don't be saying shit like that. Are you crazy?
You know why? Hard work, backbone.
Oh, shit.
Oh, by the way, they're not where they want to be now, but the money they're making now, which is getting there.
What the fuck is he talking about?
How about all the years when they made nothing?
Oh, you mean like now? Like
One
right
or two
now?
years doesn't cover 10 years of shit.
Oh, shit. Oh, Lord.
Okay?
I can't believe the word is out.
And they hate guys like Holmes, and they hate guys like Philly 500. You know why?
Why?
Taking their platforms and their voices away.
You mean like Cowboys Mafia? Oh, shit. Shots
Xander
fired,
said,
people.
You can't
Shots
be old curmudgeon
fired.
radio guy. You got to be with what these guys are doing. Because this is it.
Oh,
Joe Rogan said the same shit to me.
Shit. Wow.
All right, so
He literally.
let's bring on Mark Holmes first.
Damn it. Damn it all to hell, man.
Wait a minute, I'm giving you kudos here.
See, this
Before
is,
the
this is the kind of shit that pisses me off because I was coming in here ready to go ahead and rip you a new one, and then you say something nice. You literally promote Cowboy Mafia, you know? And
Wait
such.
a minute here. This is what Jeff Van Gundy used to always accuse Jordan on. You befriend your opponent, you soften him up so that you can go and kill him, and you take advantage of it. Not true. By the way, Philly 500 is going to be here in a minute.
What? Wait a minute. Whoa. Dan.
You guys started something.
Dan, wait a minute. Dan, I thought that this was going to be a one-on-one. Last week, you guys did a hatchet job on me and stuff. I couldn't get a word in edgewise. And I'm going to say something to you, Dan. Dan, you flipped a little bit last week when you got around your people. You literally, is this one of those ones where...
Okay, I agree, and I'm going to tell you why.
Why?
I believe that I can take a shit on the Eagles. You can't.
Is that what...
Don't ask me. Hey, don't ask me why. I don't know why you had me defending.
That's what I was like, wait a minute. I thought he was on my side. He's been trashing Jalen Hurts and shit.
What? But when you do it, it sounds filthy. Okay?
You know what?
It sounds filthy. See, when I do it, I'm coming from a place of love. You're coming from a place of hate.
How about a place of reality?
Reality? Wait a minute. Mark Holmes, Cowboys equals reality?
No. Listen, okay. Listen. I understand. My team is screwed up, and you know what, Dan? I'll tell you what. Dan. Hold. You know what, Dan? Here's what we're gonna do.
You got a trick.
No.
You know what that is?
What's that?
Dan, I understand. You're right. The Cowboys have not been. Don't do that because you know what? That's a trick for this guy to soften me up. Fuck that.
No.
Fuck
Dan.
you with that. I'm done with that.
See,
stop that narrative.
See, Dan, I see what you're doing here, though.
Oh.
No, I see exactly, and it's okay because you were literally making me the clown for your show, and I'm okay with that. By bringing Philly 500 on here, the two of you guys tag teaming me. I mean, I can't tap out with nobody. So you know, no. Listen, I'm going to agree to do this shit with you, but we're going to have when we get Philly on here, we're going to have a discussion, and we're going to be man to man. We're going,
Ground rules.
No ground rules. No, we're going to do something here. If I'm going to stay here and be your punching bag, your whipping boy, you know, your clown show, you know, that literally I got the scarlet A up on my head to parade around in front of the fans and the red meat, you're going to do something for me.
Hold on for a second.
Okay.
Philly, do me a favor. send Xander the video.
Oh,
Okay.
so now you're just gonna okay, all right.
No,
all
wait,
right.
no.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you.
This is
See,
this is
I
gonna
am
be
not looking to clown you. I think Jesus Christ. Hey, wait a minute. Did I not give you kudos? When I brought you on, did I not give you kudos for how you've built your entire channel up? Did I not give you kudos?
Yes, you did.
Well, let me tell you this. There's nobody in Philly in the media I respect outside of Angelo Cataldi.
Okay.
Okay? And anybody that comes on my show, you have to be somebody.
You gotta have some cojones.
You have got to be somebody. Xander, let me know when you get that video.
Oh, Lordy.
I think I do it because you made a personal attack.
I made a personal attack.
500 up here.
Wait. I made a personal attack.
Well, how about this? You did something that was out of context. So we're going to do it here as soon as Xander's able to upload it here.
Oh.
And
see,
no,
look at
listen.
this.
And I want you to get an absolute reaction to it.
They're about to do me dirty.
No.
They're about to do me dirty, man.
Well, wait a minute. So, you cut and slice some things in the media to make it. Philly, by the way, how you doing, brother?
I'm doing great. I'm just listening to this whiny little bitch on here crying. Like,
Oh.
I know.
Oh. Yes. You know what?
Philly 500.
there you go.
Oh, can you reference that bit right there, that video? Because you
I
had one
remember
too that
exactly when
said,
it happened.
hold on, that Philly 500 is like you're his dad.
Yeah, he lost the bet to me, and he had to eat crow. He threw that in all by himself, though. I didn't have to push for that.
No,
one.
see, I'm going to say, here's what I'm going to say about that. Because when you're a grown ass man, you don't sit behind the keyboard, like these crazy trolls out here that aren't even brave enough to put their name out there. It's easy to be one of those guys. But see, the thing that I actually respect and love about my son over there is when they lose, he does the walk of shame. And literally in one of the 4 times that the Cowboys have lost to the Eagles versus the 9, we lost. And I said, I'm Philly's bitch because I was owning up to a bet. As opposed to the fair weather Eagle fans who trashed me all off season and until after week 12 when they started going downhill that I didn't hear from. Yeah, but let me, before we get into all this stuff, here's the thing. I'm going to ask you a real question. On any planet, are the Cowboys anywhere in the same league as the Eagles right now? No, I'm asking a real question. I'm asking. Do you?
Are they in a real league?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
wait a minute. On paper or on like the field?
Both.
I think there's 2 different things.
Oh, both. Okay. I keep hearing
Like,
my
do you
son
think
over
Kansas
there.
City has the same roster offensively that Philly has? No.
No.
They got a coach, an owner, and a quarterback.
A great quarterback. Okay.
Now,
Wait a minute. You're laughing.
Hold on here. Let me
Mark,
ask-
you're so butthurt. All week you're fine. Look at the views. Look at the thing. It's doing so good. Now you're crying.
Butthurt all the way to the
like
bank,
a little
bro.
baby.
Butthurt all the way to the bank.
You were full of crap. You were
Guys,
setting him up.
I
You
have
were
a
trying
point
to
here.
Set it up.
Okay,
All
so
right.
He's
Philly,
trying to
tell
set
me.
you up, Sills. He's trying to set you up.
I'm not trying to set him up. I'm just
You know what
asking.
he does?
Yes,
He's got a
look,
little gimmick.
look, we got
500. You know what he does? You're right. And we really have nothing to say. And then
No,
I'm
we
going
don't.
like, hey, fuck that. Stop doing that. 'Cause
Okay.
that's not working with me. Dude, I'm a professional interviewer, and I know what that shit is. That's to try to go like this. I'm not going to hit him in
That's
the
a
head.
nice try, Mark. Nice try.
No, I
Nice
mean no
try,
disrespect
Mark.
before I disrespect you. You mean right? Okay.
Hey, right.
nice
So,
try.
hey, wait a minute. So, Mark, you could do that to Johnny Clickbait, but not Big
Okay.
Sales. That ain't working here.
Okay. Well, no. I'm being an honest question. When you look at the Dallas Cowboys, who haven't been in the Super Bowl in forever or an NFC Championship game, when you look at the Eagles that are going out there that had a great draft, right? Y'all had a great draft, right, Philly?
Absolutely.
The players that you done brought in, they're incredible, right?
He's setting you up, Philly.
Okay,
Yeah, I know.
and here it is.
But
I've got
it
the
comes
Cowboys
back to
that
one thing,
we're
Ken.
hoping that we can get Zay Jones. You know,
He's
right
gonna
now.
walk in his own shit in a minute.
Okay.
So go ahead.
No,
What
hold
he's
on,
doing is this. You guys are so good. Oh my God, watch this, Philly.
You
Wait a
are.
minute,
You
Mark.
guys are.
Here's
We
the-
shouldn't even be in the
here's
same conversation. You done spent
Hold on.
$400 million and shit.
Nobody
right?
should be in the same
Mark,
conversation.
Mark, this is what, hey, Philly, this is
Don't work.
This is what Lou Holtz used to do. I don't know how we're going to beat those Miami teams. They're just so great. And I turn around and go, hey, Lou, you're 11-02, asshole.
Right.
I mean,
but then,
so
then
this is
Sills,
what
are you
he's
trying to
doing.
say the Cowboys are a good team?
I'm
They're a
saying the
team that
Cowboys
won
are
12
defending NFC East
They,
champs.
they won 12 wins, what, 2 years in a row?
Three.
Okay.
3 years in a row.
But yet
So
you
what are
always
you crying
trash us
about?
and tell us we're ass and we suck, right? I mean, Philly, you are constantly telling me that we got no
You
chance
can
in
win the
hell.
Super Bowl and still suck.
Okay. Well, you know what?
You
Okay,
went
I'll
back
tell
in
you
the
what.
90s, you guys still sucked in my mind.
All right, here's what we're going to do, okay?
What we gonna do?
Just like I wasn't scared after you literally said to me, okay, when you literally called me out and called me a bitch.
Mark Holmes, the son of John Holmes, has ever had Stephen Jones on 4 times on his show?
Okay?
Who in the world is Mark?
Are you really?
So hold on.
butthurt
Just
about
let
things
can I
weeks ago?
speak for a minute and then I'm going to shut up.
Oh my God.
Okay.
This is like
Listen,
Mark's
the
little
Dallas
whiny session.
No. I'm gonna give you what you want, Philly. I'm gonna give you what you want. The Dallas Cowboys should not be in the class of the Eagles. Okay, you guys have been great. You've been to the Super Bowl and all that. Let's put our money where our mouth is right now, Dan. Let's put our money where our. No, seriously, Dan. Here's what we're gonna do.
Fucking eating this, man.
Listen. I will be here to be the whipping post, the cowboy clown for you. But here's what's gonna happen though, Dan.
Are you fucking whining on my show?
Dan. Are you
My
a
kids
man
don't
or are
whine
you
this
wearing your
much.
wife's panties right now?
I'd love to
My
wear
kids
my wife's
don't
pants
whine this
if I
much.
I
could
tell
fit
you
into
what.
them, but on big sills.
If the Cowboys beat the Eagles, we do this show and you get Michael Irvin on it.
Okay.
No. How about if the Cowboys?
No.
win a playoff game?
You can have whatever
How about
you
if
want.
The Cowboys go
Now,
to the championship game.
No. This is between the
Why,
two of us.
why? What, playoffs? You can't win the
is that
playoffs?
because you know
always
you
want
can't
the
beat
Raiders
us?
The Cowboys get to the divisional
What about the
round.
playoffs?
But hold on.
Let's talk-
Hold on.
talk
Okay. Well, I tell you what.
things when it matters.
We'll get to that part then too. If by chance the Cowboys sweep the Eagles, and you can bet what you can ask me for whatever
What?
you
Do
want.
you want Michael Irvin's panties?
No.
What are you asking for?
Since Mark Holmes has never had Stephen Jones on his show, if we beat you guys twice, you get Stephen Jones on.
Okay. This is what I will. I'm gonna set you up here, Mark.
Here we go.
I'm gonna ask you and Philly these questions. Ready?
Okay.
Okay, Dak Prescott's 9-4 versus the Eagles over
Yes.
his lifetime.
Yes.
Jalen Hurts is 3-3. Do you think Jalen Hurts will have an over 500 record lifetime or under 500 record lifetime versus the Cowboys?
You want to go first, son?
Over.
Under.
But when it's all said and done, it'll be over. I mean, the Cowboys are in self-destruct mode. This is going to be their last hurrah, which ain't going to be much of anything. Then they're going to have to take a couple steps back for a few years. He'll load up some wins right there. So probably, I would say over.
Well,
What about you, Mark?
here's what I'll say is more than likely because it's the Cowboys and Eagles, we split every year. But we basically split every year.
Are you running for mayor of Dallas?
I'm not running for mayor. I'm looking at it. Look, 3 years split. Okay, I will say no. It won't be a winning record. It may be a losing, or it may be basically 500, but it won't be a winning record against Cowboys. Nope, won't. Nope.
Philly, why are you so convinced it's going to be over 500?
Because the projection of where I see the Cowboys going and where I see the Eagles going are two different places. I think the Eagles are building a team that is going to be competitive for the next 4 or 5 years. I'm not sure about Dallas. I'm not sure what Jerry's got in mind. I really kind of buy the whole Michael Irvin thing about them moving on from Dak, getting Shedeur Sanders. You go and you get a rookie quarterback and you kind of start over like that. You're going to have to – it may take them a few years. So at that time, I think that really would give Jalen Hurts a chance to put a bunch of wins on against Dallas. So I like where the Eagles are long-term more than I like where the Cowboys are long-term. That's why.
Well,
Here's another question.
Okay.
Mark, who is a better owner, Jones or Jeffrey Lurie?
That depends on your definition of owner. If the job of the owner is to make money, it's Jerry Jones. If it's the okay,
Look at him dissecting
I'm being
freaking
honest.
question.
I'm just saying. Listen,
owner?
if you want to own a business, what's your goal? To make as much money as possible. Now, if you're talking about success on the field, you could say Jeffrey Lurie, but you guys have kind of pointed out that his family is kind of meddlesome in the affairs of the coaching as well.
I'll take Jeffrey Lurie every day until Sunday.
Of course you will. That's your guy. You're never going to take anything.
Jeffrey Lurie
Listen, bro.
wants to win.
Listen, bro.
Jeffrey
the
Lurie,
only thing you would take of the Cowboys would be Micah Parsons.
He wants to win. Listen, Jeffrey Lurie is not afraid to renegotiate a contract. He's not afraid to eat $35 million in cap hits when he let Carson Wentz go. He goes out and he pays his players. He goes out and he gets his players.
Give you that.
I watched him in the draft room want to draft Cooper DeJean. Be excited about it. Your guy is worried about the almighty dollar. If your owner cared so much about winning, then why didn't he restructure Dak Prescott? Either he's an asshole or Dak's an asshole. So it's one of the two. My owner wants to win.
Here's the thing with, and here's what I'm going to say about that. And I agree. There's things I wish. It's kind of like Big Sills. How long you been married, bro?
34 years.
Do you love everything about your wife?
My wife, I love her more than anybody on the planet, but I've never met a person I hated more.
There you go. So there's things about her that you don't like, and I would not trade my wife for any other woman.
But I would never be with anybody else.
Exactly, and that unfortunately, that's what you get when you're a Cowboy. You got Jerry Jones doing stupid shit that you wonder, what are you doing? Why are you waiting till the last minute to sign anybody? Why are you waiting? Okay, it's just shit that you got to put up with in this marriage that I have with the Cowboys. But I will say
who's a better owner?
I said that Jeffrey Lurie, if it's not about making money.
Dude, who's a better owner?
Okay.
Do you know what yes and no means?
I said Jeffrey Lurie.
Jeffrey Lurie.
Okay.
So you say Jeffrey Lurie is a better owner than a guy with 3 Super Bowl rings?
I said if it's about trying to build the team and making sure, but I will still say all of the shit that the Cowboys get and somehow still remain relevant is still a miracle. There is something to be said about the philosophy of looking and saying, if we go out and get Derrick Henry right now, we'll lose a compensatory pick later on. It might not be your philosophy, but see, this is what it is. You're making me out to be the freaking clown. I'm gonna come in here with a bozo nose next to me.
You're doing a perfect job yourself.
I'm gonna come in here wearing the bozo, the clown. Just call me homie the clown up in here, okay?
Self-deprecation doesn't work here, brother. Doesn't work here.
Oh, Lordy.
Okay, here's another question. Who has a better head coach, Mark? The Cowboys or the
Cowboys?
Eagles?
Cowboys.
Why?
The fact that Mike McCarthy, throughout all of the shit and working with Jerry Jones, has been successful enough to get 12-5 records 3 years in a row. Ain't nobody else since Jimmy Johnson had anywhere near that kind of success. You can say that he's a loser and this, that, and the other. It's hard to win 12 games in the NFL. We went through 3 years of 5-11, 3 years of 8-8. I'll take 12-5 over those years at any point right now. And we've had some good coaches from Bill Parcells as well as even Wade Phillips. Not great when it comes to playoffs and stuff, but we've had decent coaches.
Dave Campo, he was a great. Chan Gailey, I love them too. Those are two of my favorites. Hey, okay, who has a better coach?
Philly?
The Eagles or the Cowboys?
What?
Cowboys.
Oh,
Cowboys.
Shit.
I mean, is there any question? My coach got neutered this offseason.
There's hope for you, son.
This offseason. My coach got neutered this offseason. That doesn't mean McCarthy's a great coach to say he's better
that
than
wasn't the
Sirianni.
question if he was a great coach.
He's a complete choker. He's one of the biggest choking coaches in the history of the NFL. However,
He got a ring.
based
yours?
upon what happened to Nick Sirianni this past year, I can't put Nick Sirianni there. In all honesty, I can't do it.
Well, thank you for being
Okay.
honest.
Who has marked the better quarterback? The Cowboys or the Eagles?
You know what? I'm going to go by an expert out there, a guy that I really, really respect. And I heard that his ranking had Jalen Hurts at 15 and I think Dak Prescott at 6. So I'm going to defer to that guy and say that's the guy I'm going to listen to.
I'm going to defer to the playoffs.
I'm sorry, Sills. I didn't hear you.
I'm going to defer to the playoffs.
I didn't hear you, Big Sills.
The playoffs say Dak Prescott is not a better quarterback. So I'll defer to the playoffs. I'd rather have Jalen Hurts any day of the week.
Okay,
Because my
you know your guy
quarterback
only
can
has one
win
more
in the
playoff
big
win. I
game.
mean,
But
one less playoff win than Dak does.
Dak Prescott has played what? Double the
9
time that
9
Jalen
years.
Hurts has played. 9 years to what? 4?
I'm just saying it's 2 and 3
I'm
and
just
2 and 4
saying,
playoff.
your guy has as many wins as my guy, and my guy got there in half the time.
With better teams, but okay. That's fine,
No
Philly.
better
That's
teams.
fine,
Come
Philly.
on. Oh, it's not
Fine,
better
Philly,
teams.
that's fine.
Come on. You had teams that you should have won. You were a 2 seed. You
Not-
lost last
not-
year.
not
What
going
were
to
you
say
the
that we
year
did-
You lost to Green Bay. You're
You
1
are
seed.
speaking the
You
truth
lost
and
to the
shaming the
Giants
devils.
many times.
Wait,
You guys
we
are
did what?
chokers.
We did what?
You guys are
Giants.
chokers.
Wait a minute.
Back in the day,
Bro.
back in the day, you lose to the Giants at home. You in the playoffs. You lose to Green Bay at home in the playoffs. You lose to Green Bay multiple times. You lose to the 49ers in the playoffs.
Hey, the Green
this
Bay
is a-
Packers
this
and the
isn't
49ers
just-
are our kryptonite.
This isn't just in Dak Prescott's career. This is way before.
I tell
Your
you,
team's a choke.
we need to play the
You guys
Eagles
choke
in the playoffs, and I guarantee you we
You'll
will.
lose. You won't win. You're not the same team. You're a regular season team. You
Okay.
get 12 wins.
All
Big
right.
deal. But you
So,
don't beat the good
Sills,
teams.
I didn't
and
hear
you
your
can't win the
response to
playoffs.
that. You're the tiebreaker.
No, I'm the moderator in this one. Hey,
I think that I heard that from Big Sills.
you may have. Real quick, Philly, let me ask you this. Would you make a Gainwell calling out coaches in the front office by saying they're not connected together, and that had a major part of what happened in the meltdown last year?
I mean, I don't know if was he talking about the coaches? Was he talking about the players? It was kind of the whole thing was confusing, but we definitely
It was
know
too
something
vague
was
for
wrong.
you?
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I know that there was miscommunication. I know there's breakdown, but I'm thinking to myself, is he talking about Hassan Reddick and the coaches and the players not talking? Is it the front office and the coaches not talking? I wish there would have been more, but to me, we know something was wrong. We know something external, something behind the scenes was going on. So I'm not surprised at all that he said that.
So wait a minute here. Dak literally choked the San Francisco
Wade,
game away.
damn Wade,
Retort, Mark?
Wade. Well, that's my buddy Walker Wade, and he's good people.
And he choked the Green Bay game. And then he
I
choked
think
the other
everybody
games.
choked the Green Bay game.
He choked the 49ers game away 2 years in a row. Then he choked the Green Bay Packers. The guy's a choke in the playoffs.
The thing that's funny
When
is
it matters most, Dak Prescott will let you down.
And your
Why
guy
do you
fumbled
think
in the
Jerry
Super Bowl
Jones
too,
doesn't
didn't he?
want to give him a contract. I mean,
Your guy
Dak was so
fumbled in
valuable,
the
why
Super
has he
Bowl
got no contract?
with everything. Best
My
offensive
guy
line.
gets one more drive in that Super Bowl, he wins it.
Oh,
and you know it, and everybody in the world knows
if
it.
cans and
He might
butts
have
were
been
nuts, we'd all
second
have a
best player
Merry
on the
Christmas,
field
wouldn't we,
back then.
son? But the fact is, he didn't.
Hey, listen,
It didn't.
you live on
Are the Buffalo
Your whole
Bills in the
channel-
pantheon of
your whole
greatness
channel
going to
based
4
on
Super
what if.
Bowls and losing?
What if Dak Prescott
Are the
had help?
are
What if
the
Dak
Vikings?
Prescott had an owner? What if the Cowboys will sign this? What if I paint the red brick house red? That's what you're based on. Oh, what ifs? What are you talking about?
Yes. Big Sills
All
is
right.
just enjoy. He's like, I got the hour off here. Shit.
Wait a minute here. Mark,
Oh Lord.
who has the best fan base? Cowboys or Eagles?
I would say the biggest is definitely the Dallas Cowboys. I'd say the loyalist is definitely the Dallas Cowboys because, they keep talking about a bandwagon fans. There ain't no band and ain't no wagon.
my God.
If you are a
There's
Cowboy fan
nobody
right
bigger
now, it is
than him.
because you are truly a Cowboy fan because we ain't got shit to cheer
Well,
for.
we know who you're really a fan of.
Who?
We know you're a fan of. You know you're a Dak fan. You're not a Cowboy
Bro.
fan. You're a Dak fan.
Bro.
Dude, you make
This
excuses
shit up
for
here
Dak
was
all
long
day, all
before
night.
Dak Prescott.
My dad used to say all
and that
day, all
fandom
night.
will be there long
Bag of
after
donuts.
Dak Prescott.
All day, all night, bag of donuts.
Bag of
Dak
donuts.
Prescott goes to cheese.
I thought you were giving up the donuts, you and Jordan Davis, because
Come
both
on.
of you are two fat asses.
Hey, no. Hey, listen, I talked to Jordan Davis. We're now off the donuts. Are you still sacrificing them chickens over there or what?
Hey,
No,
Mark.
he's in the chat here. Okay.
Hey, Mark.
Hey, Mark,
here's
look,
one
Dak
thing,
Prescott.
Here's one thing, though, okay? Are you a bigger Dak fan or Cowboy fan?
I am a bigger Cowboy fan.
No chance.
Seriously. Seriously.
No chance.
From the time
guy,
I was a little kid
I
and not
literally
even.
worry about Mark Holmes going into the season because what the Cowboys are going to pull on Dak Prescott, I'm really worried this guy's going to not make it. I mean,
I'll say this.
We're in May, and he's already close to being put away in the hospital. We're going to have to put this guy away. He is not going to make it because his boy Dak is on his way out.
Hey,
I don't know if
Okay.
Mark will ever recover.
How are you handling? Look, listen here. How are you handling the fact that you say, look at this, Jerry makes all the money.
Mm-hmm.
He's got the number one brand in the world
Marketing.
when it comes to a sports team.
Mm-hmm.
But yet when it comes down to the most important thing, that's winning, somehow that doesn't negate the Cowboys, but everyone else, like to me, I take a shit on the Eagles for not being 3-1 instead of 1-3 in the Super Bowl. But yet, if Jerry Jones over the last 6 years was 1-3, that would be a grand slam.
Right now, you're 100% right. And
Well, how is that the only franchise that losing is tolerated?
I wish I knew. And all jokes aside, now I mean let's be real here, okay? Between we kid because we love, or at least I do. Maybe Philly, maybe my son really does hate me and all that and stuff.
I don't hate you. I love you. Well, I hate your team.
I think
you got to be honest about your team.
if you ask,
Hey, Mark, two things can be true, dude.
I don't think it's a matter of we don't care about winning. It's about winning the way we want to win. And yeah,
Does that matter?
It does in Jerry Jones's mind. Jerry
Man,
Jones is still.
3-2. If I could win a ball game 3-2 and it's the Super Bowl, I don't give a shit how it looks.
I
You're
actually
thinking
agree with
rationally,
him.
but see,
I
you're talking.
I agree with him. Cowboys would rather lose pretty than win ugly. That's the truth. They would.
It's Jerry Jones's ego.
I agree with that.
And even though I will say Stephen Jones runs more of the operation than Jerry Jones right now is more a figurehead, but it's still they have to micromanage everything and have their hands on it. And that's the problem of, when you have a coach who's on his last year of his contract, and I believe that they're going to re-sign him. I don't see how you don't after 12-5 unless they have a first round exit. But you
Well,
look
he's
at
won 30. What is he? They've won 36 games in 3 years.
in 3 years. And
how many playoff games?
they won two. No, one. Sorry, one playoff. One of the three.
Don't give them extra games. You can't give them
Be
extra
that as
games.
it may,
Ain't got no two
you
wins.
look at what happened with Dak Prescott last year, as far as going from Kellen Moore and the turnovers to last year, and you look at this and say,
Wait, you mean?
See, this
you
is this is what's going to be
Prescott
funny,
back
Philly.
to pass. Look
You
at
know what?
throws intercepted. Green Bay pick 6, 21-0. Dak Prescott.
I hear you.
Dak Prescott.
I hear you, but you
Come
know what?
on.
The funny thing about the Cowboys is when they're expected to do something, kind of like the Eagles were last year, is when you never see them step up. It's usually when the
I
team.
never see them step up ever.
Okay, yeah. Well, usually, I'll give you an example. The year the Super Bowl was going to be held in Dallas, everybody was talking about the Cowboys could be the first team to host a Super Bowl and so forth, right? And it ended up going down the toilet, and we got Jason Garrett. It's the years that you don't expect anything where they look at it and say, you suck. And I dare say, the year you guys won the Super Bowl, what were you the year before?
We were, I forget what it was,
9 and
7,
7?
9, something like that.
You were
I think
fourth in the
7, 9.
division. You were last
Yeah,
place in the
but
division.
what happened? But
and
what
you
happened,
went
though?
through
So are
and you
you
won the
calling
Super
that a
Bowl.
one-year wonder?
I'm not saying it's a one-year wonder. I'm going to
That's
say,
fine.
but see, the thing is with the NFL,
They're a
the
no-year
funny
wonder.
thing about the NFL is half of these teams that make the playoffs won't the next year. Remember what everybody's talking about the Giants last year? Oh my God, Daniel Jones is great.
What does that have to do with anything?
What do you mean? What does that have to do with anything? That the Cowboys,
I mean,
because
you-
everybody's
you're
looking
just
at the
ranting.
Cowboys,
You're
they're ass.
rambling.
They're not doing anything, and I'm going to say, watch out for them.
You act like the Cowboys are going out and winning 12 games, and nobody expected the Cowboys to do this or that. Every year I hear how great the Cowboys are, how great they're going
Are
to
you
be.
kidding me?
And every year
Hold
you
on.
get
Back
to the
up,
same
bro.
point
Bro.
and you choke.
But
you
Mark,
choke every year.
You're not sitting here giving them flowers, are you, for doing
He
their
is.
job?
No, I'm not. But
Yes.
I will say,
Like
that
the Eagles the same way. Mark, the last 2 years they've won 25 games. They got dick to show for it except a silver medal. That to me, okay, you got to cross the finish line. But what you're saying is, hey man, I mean, you can't just deny the fact that you got to win these ball games.
I agree. And that's my hope, because it's personnel, which we don't bring in, but we do end up having guys that step up that you're not expecting, and ended up having better rosters than what people will give them credit for. Our shortcoming is when it gets late in the season, we start losing a couple players here and there. We get
When it matters the most, they lose because
No,
they
they
choke.
do.
He's
But
going, oh yeah, we
here's
lose
what I will
players.
say is-
you just choke. As soon as, what do I say, Mark? Every December, what do I say? December 1st, what do I say? Happy Cowboy choke season.
Yes,
I say
you do.
every December 1st, Sills.
Let me-
Happy
and
Cowboy
one
choke
of these
season,
days,
'cause
man,
you know it's coming.
gonna be different.
You know it's coming.
Hey Philly, wait. Let me ask Mark this. Mark, do you think Kirk Cousins could carry the football team over the last 9 years the same distance that Dak Prescott has carried him?
No.
You don't think they're the same guy?
No. Because here's what I'll tell you. When you think about the receivers.
Well, Justin Jefferson's going to get $30 million.
And before they had Justin Jefferson, they had Diggs.
Stephon
Okay.
Diggs.
Look at the tight ends that he's had on that roster. Look at having Adrian Peterson. They had a hell
You're
of a lot.
saying Minnesota gave him more than what the Cowboys have
Hell
given
yes.
Dak?
There's this
That's
misconception.
ridiculous.
We've
That's
had
absolutely
basically one good receiver at any point on the roster, with the exception
He's so
of
full of
CeeDee
crap.
Lamb's rookie year. Bro, you had CeeDee Lamb, Noah Brown,
Dude,
and Michael Gallup
You had
2 years ago.
The year Dak threw 37 touchdowns. What seed were you in the playoffs?
Number one.
You were the number 1 seed. You
Yes.
had Cedric Wilson was like your third receiver. You had
Last
Gallup
year,
who
number
was
2.
coming on. You had you had Maury Cooper, and you had CeeDee Lamb was a great young rookie.
That
And
whole
you were
number
number
2
1
seed
and what
was
happened,
literally
Mark?
one game
What
different.
happened with all those weapons? You guys were scoring crazy, and you had
We were.
Zeke, and you had that offensive line that
And-
might have had some injuries. but
and
they're
we
still
lost
really
to the
good.
San
What
Francisco
happened? You were number
49ers.
1 seed. What happened?
We lost to the
What happened?
49ers. We got bitch
Well,
slapped.
that's what I'm saying. That's
just
what
did.
every year that happens to you guys.
Yes,
you choke
you're
in the playoffs.
100%
You
right.
choke and lose at home. What's Dak's home playoff record?
Home playoff record,
Yeah.
1-2.
You've played more home games than
No.
that. You lost to San Francisco. You lost to Green Bay twice. That's at least 1-3.
No, we were on the road in Green Bay the first time against Aaron Rodgers, I think. No,
You were
no,
number
you're right.
1 seed.
No,
Who
you're right.
did you
Right.
lose to?
You're
You
right.
were
That's
number
two.
1 seed.
So that's 1-3. Okay, 1-3 at home.
It stinks. It's
It
a
stinks.
choker.
Okay.
9 years in the league.
Yeah, you're 100% right, Philly. We suck.
Okay. Mark,
So when we
what
beat
is
you,
your-
then what?
That's what I tried to tell you.
Mark, what is your expectations this year? And how far does this Cowboy team listen? You ready for this, Mark? We're like 83 days to the start of training camp, which is less than 3 months to July 27th. How do you feel about probably a couple more moves post June 1 that they'll add potentially somebody else? But with the current roster constructed right now, what is your expectations on this Cowboy team moving into this year? I mean, dude, they're the defending NFC East champions. What do you think?
Playoffs. I think they'll be 10-6 or
And if
11-5.
they face the Eagles, they beat them, right?
Yep. That's my hope. That's my dream. Okay? That's my dream.
So, Mark, what do you think? What do you think they're going to do? I want to hear this. 10-6 and what?
10-6 or 11-5.
And
Playoff
then what
team.
happens in the playoffs?
We'll see what happens in the playoffs, bro.
Oh, we already know.
Okay,
We already know
Philly?
what's going to happen.
Hey,
Philly.
Philly, you saying on May 8th, you know what the Cowboys are going to do already.
I already know.
You know what?
They're going to choke.
I have
They're
been-
going to go to the playoffs and choke in the first round.
All right, this
How many teams? How many teams in the league have been a 1 and a 2 seed and lost? I wonder how many out there.
Green Bay.
Green Bay's been a 1 and a 2 seed and lost both 1 and 2.
I don't know about 2, but I know they lost as a 1 seed
I think
to
I
San
think
Francisco.
There's only one team in history to lose to a 7 seed.
Well, it's,
And that was,
it's only been a few years
Dallas
of a
Cowboys.
7 seeds, okay? It's not
Yeah.
like it's been there for 50 years, bro. You know, this is what I love.
It don't matter.
You know, this is what I love about you Eagle fans is the arrogance that you have. That you literally fell off a fucking cliff last year, looked like ass. Your coach who's up here, ooh, you know, with San Francisco and stuff, gets bitch slapped, literally gets cut off at the knees, and brings in Kellen Moore as an offensive coordinator. And
yeah,
you feel
you know
like
why?
you guys are God's gift to the
do
NFL.
that when your quarterback can't win a playoff game
Oh,
and you haven't
Lordy.
done shit for
Okay.
30 years.
All right,
We have
you know
the
what?
right to do that because you guys have been ass, as Mark Holmes likes to
Mark,
say.
wait a minute here. All right, Philly, what is your expectations on the Eagles this year?
NFC Championship game, no less. No
Mark, you
less.
think
NFC
they get that far to the NFC Championship game?
I ain't scared to put it out there. I ain't scared to back up my team. NFC Championship game at the very least, or it's disappointment for me.
Because of the amount of money that's been spent?
Because of the talent that they brought in. I think the coaches are major upgrades, and I think that this team is good enough, even if their defense has flaws and holes, that they should be able, in the NFC conference, I think they should be good enough to get to the NFC Championship game.
Mark, he thinks
think they have
NFC
that.
title game. What do you
Bro,
think?
you're smoking crack.
Not anymore. No, I'm just kidding.
Cocaine's a hell of a drug.
Yeah.
Sorry, I don't see it. You know what? When your team crashes and burns this year,
Right, right, you're right. So hold my team to crazy standards, but your
say I didn't
quarterback
tell
will just
you.
let off the hook.
No, let me ask this now because I've asked this with you, Philly, a couple of times here, but even you're not man enough to do this apparently. Okay,
Boy, you have
I
no
have
idea.
no seriously. This is hold on. You know, when you get to be my age, you're 56 years old. You start thinking about your bucket list. I don't know, Dan. You're about the same age and stuff. We're getting ready to hit that 60 mark soon. You start thinking about the things that you have to do before you leave here. And one of the things that I've had is going to a game in Philly. Now, unfortunately, it's not, I mean, I could not wear Cowboys gear, but enough of you Eagle fans can recognize me. So my life might be in danger. So typically I put it at the end of my bucket list. But I want to actually go there when the Cowboys play the Eagles. Are you man enough to come up there and show up with me?
Yeah, why would I be scared to go?
Because
there?
We do a remote.
I've been to the Eagles games thousands of
Yeah,
times.
okay,
From the vet
all
joint.
right,
Why
so
would that be a problem? The
then-
problem is, Mark, is that I have little kids and I'm 3,000 miles away.
Okay.
So I just to get up and say, oh, I'm going to go for the weekend. It's not like driving 4 hours.
Oh, but hold on.
Wait a
Okay,
minute,
wait.
a minute,
Let's
Philly.
put the
Wait
other
a
part of
minute,
this.
Because,
Hang on,
Mark.
it's not a realistic. It's such
Mark.
an uneven thing that he's
How
asking.
about this, Philly? I'll tell you what we'll do. I'll come this year to a Cowboy game. I'll have Mark there with me. we'll stream you in, and we'll go that route.
Yeah. I
Mark,
listen,
are
if
you
I
up
could
for
go,
that?
I'll
I'm
go.
up for that.
Hey, don't be signing. Don't be putting checks out there. Your butt can't
I'm not, listen,
sign here, man.
I
'cause
can
I'm-
drive
you know,
3 hours up the road to Philly. I can get there. But my thing
Yeah.
was, because I believe we've said this before, my challenge would be is the losing team has to wear the other team's jersey and do a walk of shame.
Get this. Jacob just said they'll get Eagle tickets.
There you go, Philly.
Wow. Let's see what the schedule says.
Wow. Let's see how the
schedule says.
you make the schedule work,
I'm up
son.
for it.
If you're a grown ass man, you say, "Mama, I love you and the kids. We gonna have a bigger Christmas when I get back.
Mark,
I
it
gotta
don't
go
work
handle
like
some
that.
business."
I gotta defend my boy on that, man. Trust me, man. Big
it don't work
Hey, Philly, it don't work like that.
Hey, let's see what the schedule is. I'm all
Okay.
for it.
All
You know,
right.
they're playing on Christmas Day. Fuck you. I ain't going. You know what I'm saying? But, let's see what the schedule is. I'm more than willing to go. I'm more willing to go. And if the Eagles were to lose and I had to walk out with a Cowboys jersey, you think that scares me? Half
Yes.
that stadium knows who
I
I
have
am.
a question.
Half that stadium knows who I am.
Oh
Hey,
boy.
Eagle fans
I
over
do not
in the
sweat.
box, do people show up at Lincoln Financial wearing Cowboy jerseys in the stadium like they wear Nick jerseys at Wells Fargo? Because I would like to know that because, hey, you got to admit, New York fans overtook the Wells Fargo, when they were better. Now, I'm just wondering, do the Cowboy fans show up in their gear
I don't know.
or
I've
do
never
they
been
not
there.
show up in their gear? Let's see. What does Xander say here?
Not if they want to live.
I've seen Cowboys. I've seen Cowboys.
Oh, nobody gives a shit about the Sixers, Cells. Hey, Xander, right? Nobody gives a shit. And plus, that guy owns the Commanders. That's what makes it even more effed
Yeah,
up.
that's it. Yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Okay, let's give each guy a parting shot. Mark, you go. You're a great sport, and I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much here. By the way,
Yeah, make sure you kiss his ass on the way out because he's going to cry all week. Kiss his ass more because he's going to cry if you don't. You're going to hurt
Wait a
his little
minute. This
feelings.
is why I love this segment because we got two salty dickheads or three salty dickheads in here. Okay, I mean, so we're good here. Mark, parting shot.
Parting
please.
shot. Your team isn't as good as you think they are, and Kellen Moore, you will be cussing him out by the end of the season. There you
Go
go,
ahead,
bro.
Philly.
I knew that was coming.
That's my parting shot. Here you go. Cowboy season on repeat. On repeat.
Wait a minute. It's just on a loop, right?
It's on a loop, dude. Yeah.
I'll see you
December
at the link,
1st,
bro.
Cowboys choke season. You
I'll
could go
see
back
you
literally
at
6
the
years
link.
on my channel. December 1st, Cowboys choke season. Happy Cowboys choke season. Every year without fail, it happens.
Mark, tell folks how
every
they can
year.
find you, my friend.
Just follow the trolls. Just follow the troll. They're standing in line. It's like the movie Airplane. Calm down. I just keep getting slapped. But Joe Boo Sports Report on Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram. Just look up Cowboy Joe Boo and you can find me.
Philly 500. Tell them.
Philly 500. Just type in Philly 500 or the Mark Crusher. Either one, it'll come up.
Oh my God. I love you guys so much, man. You have
Love you too.
You make my week. You really do.
Good.
You
I'm
guys
glad.
bring it. By the way,
Tell Mark
nobody-
all the good things about himself so he feels good.
Hey, hang on. Philly, get this. Get this.
I fire
Nobody in Dallas,
Fucking fire.
nobody in Philly
Stupid
would ever do
motherfucker.
something like this.
No, probably not. You're right. I
Nobody
agree.
would. I appreciate you guys. Hit
Thank
the
you, man.
like button. We really appreciate it.
Hey, Mark.
Thank you guys. I appreciate it.
Hey, Mark.
Keep it here now.
All right, stay away from the donuts, bro.
Philly 500's big.
Oh, man.
If you missed any of today's show on the Jacob Media channel,
All right,
listen
good people.
on YouTube, Apple, and Spotify.
That's it. That is the end of the program. I hope you good people enjoyed that. A little bit of fun here with the Dan Sileo show and things. We'll see if how the season goes. My thing is the Eagles are a little bit arrogant, man. I mean, they are so full of themselves. It's kind of crazy. So I appreciate everybody being in here. Make sure you hit the like button on the way out. And I guess you have to thank Twiz Digga for getting this shit started between all of us. There you go. And as always, I will see you guys real soon. We're going to end with this one here. Let's get a good one here. Yeah, we'll end with this here.
Grocery store, I used to actually swallow it, pause. But, you know.
Joey's packing and he used to.
I used to pack and swallow. I used to do a lot of stuff.
Dude, that should be your like intro.
Yeah.
You know? Your intro
What
is just
I'm
look at the
known
camera. Let's